Hi guys, and welcome to The Spot. Please join us on Facebook, Twitter, and also via email. It's time now for a spot of music, and today we have Tiwa Savage in My Darling.
Baby fresh on the beat, be killing them all. My darling, what's up?
Baby, you're too much, yo.
Where was this shot? Because it's Lagos, so I'm just trying to imagine where that could have been. It's really nice.
I'm not sure. This looks like the upstairs of that marquee area.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if that's
this particular walkway, it's probably someone's house, maybe. Or something.
Maybe, yeah. And I think the styling, I think a lot of the clothes were provided by April Baikumbi.
Okay.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, so she was she made the clothes. Yeah.
I was going to say this looks
because
like
of the
an April
60s,
dress.
you know, because of the in the past, that was so cute.
The acting was consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I love this scene where she was getting herself pricked up to get up and dance with him, and
yeah,
It's a nice video.
it's a nice story.
it is. I almost lost myself when the soldiers came over with his clothes, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's dead. And then he
And then we
shows up.
find out that he's not
like,
dead.
no.
I mean, it was an emotional video, I think, for people who didn't expect that sort of. They were like, oh, that twist really made me cry, and oh, I was so emotional about it. And I think Kemi Adetiba I know she directed it. I think she was pleasantly surprised by the feedback.
Yeah.
Because I think it was probably something that was a bit kind of like dear to her heart, because she was really so excited when people loved the story, you know.
And they hit
all
a
that kind of
million,
thing.
didn't they?
Yeah, they hit a million
views.
views on YouTube, which is great for, you know, Nigerian artists and stuff like that. So
Nigerian everything, artist, director,
yeah,
you know,
so yeah,
location.
yeah, all of that.
Good stuff. It's a good
very
song. It's a really good, even
pleasant, yeah.
without the video, I liked the song already, so
Very
it's,
pleasant.
she did well. Well done, Kemi. Kemi's doing good things, man.
She's doing really great things. She just released the Wizkid and Two-Face video.
Oh, is it out already?
Yes, it's out.
Did I say it right?
Edovi.
Edovi. Yeah.
Even in the video, there's the song they call it Edovi. Edovi,
You're so
terrible.
That's the Yoruba pronunciation. Edovi. What?
Why does it have to be the Yoruba?
Because it was Wizkid who sang it, Edovi.
Yeah, so Two-Face, what did he sing? You're so rude, honestly.
Oh, wow.
Start to
Wow.
All right then, we have a guest, do we?
Yes.
We do.
Who is our guest? Lamide.
What do you mean, Lamide? Who's our guest? You know who our guest is.
I know, but I want you to introduce
No, I
him.
want you to do it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the viewers are waiting. Let's introduce him.
Oh my gosh. This is one of my favorite Twitter follows, actually. He's very quirky on Twitter, but that's not what he does. Before people think he's just on Twitter. I don't know how to describe him, really. He's a bit of a techie. I think we should let him maybe
Introduce
say
himself,
how he's... Yeah,
or-
because he does a lot.
Okay.
He does a lot, and he's well known for something that he did here a while ago in Nigeria that went to all over Africa and all over the world.
The world,
called the
actually.
Bride Price app.
The bright, very
Yes.
controversial.
Yeah, very controversial. And he runs Anaco, which is a tech company. So please welcome Editi.
Editi Effiong.
Hello.
Hi, Editi.
Don't be scared.
Hi guys.
Hi. Do you come bearing gifts? No? Oh.
I don't know, there's a gift in his back pockets because his hands are empty.
I don't understand. I thought we
I
talked
had
about
gifts
this.
until you guys introduced me for Bright Price app.
I like, no.
Our bad.
Hi, Lamide.
Welcome. How are you?
What
Have
do
a
I
seat.
say?
Yeah.
Wherever you want to.
Great.
Okay.
Welcome. You know we have to start with that Bright Prize app. I mean, you got featured in like some of the biggest publications around the world because of that. For some, maybe the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Did you find that interesting that people say whatever publicity is publicity, good or bad? Did you like the fact that it was being talked about anyways?
Am I allowed to tell the truth?
Yeah.
Nothing but the truth.
Yes. So help you.
You liked it, obviously.
No. The thing is, everything that happened was kind of like scripted.
Oh.
In a sense that we knew what was going to happen. We have a strategy team, and they were like they know what to expect. We went through all the different scenarios
Of what could happen.
of what could happen.
Okay.
And
So you expected that to happen?
yeah.
Why did you guys do it?
We run an advertising company, and for years we've tried to tell our clients to do things a certain way, and it used to be a fight. So we kind of designed that to show stuff could be done different.
Okay.
You know, and if you build something that went 185 countries, 30 million views and all that.
In like a week.
And you don't spend a dime.
Yeah.
That's a lot of bang for no bucks.
Wow.
Did
So,
you
yeah.
make money from that?
Am I supposed to say yes, no? We did. But the thing is, it's very interesting for most people that they were like, let's put an ad on the app, and we're like, no. And so how do you make money? If you're an ad company and you want to put your name out there, then you should find ways that are so interesting that a client would be interested. So I can't say how many calls we got, just, oh, you guys build the app, so
Do something.
we
So
do
you,
together?
oh, I
So it wasn't like
see.
direct money
So it
from
wasn't
it, but it was
directly
the-
from that, but it
yeah,
was.
but that was the point.
But it opened doors.
Everything. We like to, we call it how to tell a digital story,
Okay.
right? And everything, it's sort of like an iceberg. You see, what you see is like
Just the
up
tip,
there,
and then the rest
strategies
is-
all the way down there. So
Yeah.
how do you make money? We kind of like build strategy, like under there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good one. I liked the buzz it got. I didn't play the game when
I
people
feel like
would
you should
date
have
and
had, a few more qualities in there, because personally, when I
didn't
went through
find
my
your
bride
stuff.
price, like, it was a little bit low. I'm
not this cheap.
Yeah, I know I'm not that
I
cheap.
mean-
And I had a few people who were cheating alongside.
But you were not supposed to take it seriously, were you?
I wasn't, but like,
Look at her. She's
It crushes
pressed.
your
So
self-esteem
pressed.
small.
Like I'm only worth 3 yards of bright price, 3 yards of fine
Like it was
cord
like-
lace.
But you're
200
Yoruba,
K.
you,
No, I'm
you don't
just-
even get to pay. The thing is, very interesting, last week we found that a South African company has actually gone and built an Android app
Around that.
around
Lobola.
that called the Lobola.
No.
Yeah.
No. I'm angry.
So it's flattering that, because we publish the source code, so
Oh, okay.
So they just went with
Yeah.
it.
I don't know if that's what they did, but there's a lot of people who try to build all kinds of things, so.
Interesting.
are we gonna get a green price?
We actually built two. We built that, but we decided no. It's not interesting enough. Guys,
It actually isn't. We don't, because we don't. I mean, it's not going to happen. It's not realistic.
The thing
visuals
is,
are good.
there's things you can do with guys.
Yeah.
But no,
Not
I don't
that.
think we're that
Okay.
interested.
All right.
All right, well, we'll take a quick break. I'm having a lot of fun. I don't know about you guys, but when we come back, we'll get into it with our topic of the day. See you in just a moment.
Welcome back, guys. We are still here chilling on the spot with Editi Effiong, and we are talking about something interesting today. Here in Nigeria, we're gearing up to vote for, president, House of Assembly, State House of Assembly, as well as governors across, the country. And the topic of the day is why you should vote. And that's what we're going to be talking about. Because there's a lot of people who have said they don't even want to vote, they don't think it's important, they don't think it's, relevant, they don't care about the candidates, they don't care about politics, so they're just not going to vote. So I just kind of wanted to touch on, reasons. I mean, maybe you don't think people should vote if they don't want to. I don't know. I mean, do you think everyone should vote?
Do you pay tax?
Does everyone pay tax?
I pay tax.
Fine. Not everybody does, though.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? So, with that, I could throw that right back at you. Well, does everyone pay tax? No. So,
Well, I see voting like you choose a guy who counts your money. Appropriation, when you grew up, who appropriated money, who made money, and who spent it. Now, I see it like we are the guys making money. I pay tax. I pay a lot of tax.
yeah,
and
as a business owner.
So so
Yeah.
I'm basically voting for the guy who counts that money, who spends that money, my tax money. So everyone should vote. I think so. And also, if you do not vote, how do you complain when stuff doesn't work out?
Okay. I mean, that's the most common thing that I hear, and I say it too. I remember once I said it, and someone say, someone said, well, as long as I'm a citizen of this country, I can complain about whatever I like. And I just thought to myself, okay, well, the person was older than me, so I mean, I couldn't be rude, about it. But in my head, I just thought to myself, no, that's actually ridiculous. If you're so proud about being a citizen, then you should be able to say, okay, I put myself behind this person or, behind this person. And now that you're there, what is it that you're doing for me? What are you not doing? Why are you doing it this way? Why are you not doing it this way? So to me, you're right with that.
What I find more annoying is people who don't vote and think it's cool. Like, yeah, it's okay to actually not vote. Okay, fine, I don't want to vote. I want you to be at home. But when you act like, oh, please, you political people are too, we are cooler than you because we don't care about politics and all of that. I'm like, are you high? Because you are here because of that.
Yeah.
Whatever country you go to, there are leaders, there's government, there's politics. You can't exist without it, whether you like it or not. So acting like it's unimportant or it's uncool is just really plain stupid. I've seen it on Twitter, people like, these political people, please, people should carry your wahala and go, we need to. And I'm like, why? What is the point here?
I think it's one of those absolute rights that anybody should be happy and proud to have.
Right, actually.
Because when we look at other nations that don't have that opportunity,
and how much they want it,
how much they want it, and how much they suffer.
People are dying for it. Literally, they are dying
to be able to say, yes, I'm counted.
Yeah.
So I think it's just one of those things that should just, even if you don't want to use it, knowing that you have it and the ability to actually change something.
Yeah.
It feels great. I don't know about anybody else. Like
it does. It actually does. Yeah. You're gonna say.
I see it like sometimes people don't think that they need the government, for example.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is
disconnect.
Most middle class people don't need the government. You pay for your water. You pay for your power. You
build your own roads.
Yeah, you build your own roads. Yeah, like
security
hours. Yes, and then for people who own business, you do that at home and do that in the office. Okay, so but the thing is, it's kind of like a bus. I don't use buses. You don't. You guys don't use buses. But then, what if one day you had to use a bus? It has to be there for you to use. So that's the way I see voting as. Preserving your right so that the day you need it, it's there for you.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I've always, like I said, it's the right I've always enjoyed exercising. And when you mentioned, countries who don't have it, I remember when I was in China, and we all envy China from where we are about how much they've done in the last 30 years and how great a country it is. And you go there and you're like, wow, it's a fascinating country. But when you talk to the people,
they are not pleased. They're very unhappy.
They just want to be able to just have a say. And it's such a basic thing because here we're like, oh, you can't vote. So you think it's basic, but they're like they
actually can't.
But they can't. Ebuka, let me ask, what would you prefer?
A developed country without voting?
Or
that's a tough one because I mean, well,
you know what's funny? That's the same trip I went and I met some guy from India who was saying that they'd rather have China's model. India and China started off about the same base.
Yeah.
China went communist, India went democratic.
Yes.
And see where they both are now.
Yeah.
Like democracy is very slow.
Right.
So what China can say, the Chinese premier can say, okay, today I want 8 bridges and it's done.
Yeah.
But the Indian president is going to need
you guys want
like
8?
laws and
okay.
then
do you need 6? Maybe we should try 2.
Then they say there's no money and the House of Reps will fight and it's a slower process.
Yes.
So maybe that is also another thing.
And
but then it's that you
Nigeria
have a say.
too.
Yeah, and Nigeria, yeah.
Look at the infrastructure built under the military. We had refineries built. We had the third mainland bridge
Things were
built.
faster. At least they could just pass.
But we've had 16 years of democratic rule and on infrastructure, we're pretty slow.
No, of course, there's downsides to democracy. Nobody definitely agree with that. But the thing is, like you mentioned earlier about, when you need these things, are you going to be able to see them? It's nice to know that, okay, fine, you have your government on yourself, you build your roads, your whatever, but at the same time, do you want that to happen forever? Don't you want to have a say in putting someone in who's going to change that? You know what I mean? So,
yeah, that's a good question for us to think about. We're going to go on another break, guys. You guys let us know what you think on Facebook. You can hit us up on Twitter. We also, of course, have email. And, of course, you can subscribe to us on YouTube. We're going to go on a quick break and be right back to talk why you should vote. Welcome back, guys. You're still watching The Spot, and the topic of the day is why you should vote. So there's a lot of reasons people are apathetic. So, you know, that phrase, voter apathy, is a real thing. There's surveys done on it. There's so much, you know, stuff. It gets bandied about, that phrase, a lot. And there are a lot of reasons for voter apathy, although I don't feel that any of them are quite justified, just because of how passionate I feel about, you know, the fact that we should exercise our vote. But I mean, I know, especially with countries, we're in Africa, we're all over Africa, EbonyLife is all over Africa. And African countries, a lot of us have had that history of dictatorship, you know, some of us have had military rule. So a lot of people don't feel like their votes, even if they do exercise it, will count. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know. Do you think there's ever any excuse
not to vote?
Yeah, for that? Because some people have had years, people who are maybe in their 40s or 50s, who grew up under all of that and only started voting maybe in the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like maybe they have a good reason because they've had that kind of psychological effect on them?
I can kind of understand that a little bit, because if you feel like even if you came out and you voted, nothing's going to change. Like, I know in Nigeria, what a lot of people say is that it's all going to be rigged anyway. The system is corrupted, so what's the point? And I don't know how, and I often say to people, well, if you come out and vote, maybe, you know, like this might be the one where we actually do it properly.
You're smiling. What is that smile about?
Even when I say that to them, I don't feel like it's enough, because they have a point. They have a very valid point. Like,
there's actually
how do
data to back that up.
Oh, okay.
And you're the data guy, so go ahead then.
Yeah,
Spill.
like we've done stuff with a couple of campaigns, and what we always find, like from feedback, like take young between 18 and 25, they're always like, it's sort of like a military legacy. They're like, it's not gonna count. Two things, it's not gonna count, and we already know who's gonna win. And that's pretty dangerous, because it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the biggest thing people say. It's not going to count, you know. And then the third thing is that all politicians are the same.
I was doing some research on voter apathy as well, and some other African countries have mentioned things like literacy and illiteracy, I suppose, you know, as one of the reasons for voter apathy, because a lot of people don't understand the system, so they don't bother trying to figure out, you know, how it even works. How it works. Not necessarily here, but you know, in other countries, the system is never explained. They just say, maybe they say February 12th is voting day, go vote. They don't tell you that, you know, you need this, or when you're voting, or when you get there,
about this person.
Or they share campaign materials, but they don't cater for maybe those who are not educated, so they can't read it. So they don't use pictures, things like that. And then there's also access for the disabled, the blind. And I remember the last time, when was the last? I voted in 2011. And I remember when we were doing governorship in Lagos, at my polling station, there was a guy there that was actually blind. And he came, and when it was time for him to go up, he came with someone. Now, I don't know who the person was, but I remember thinking to myself, what if it was somebody who just wanted to vote because, you know, they wanted to vote, but they weren't with someone they trusted. You know what I'm saying? Then you could really, I mean, it's one person, but still, I mean, when you extrapolate that figure, there's lots of people who maybe are in wheelchairs or whatnot. We don't necessarily have those things put in place for everyone to be able to vote. We don't have, I don't think we have, I didn't see any Braille information.
That's even a deterrence.
And things like that.
Because then you feel like, what's the point?
Yeah, because they don't care about me.
They don't care about me, but they often care about me when it comes to the rallies. And
I think we sometimes make this too complicated, because down to where we come from, like, these societies are generally democratic.
Yeah.
You have the village council, you have the women's group, the youth groups, everyone tends to be represented. So I think that the uneducated people participate much more than the middle class.
Okay.
They actually do. They're the ones who cast the most votes.
Okay.
So the question is, do they understand the system that they are participating in? I think they understand democracy much more than the middle class people. They're less apathetic. I just think we need to have the middle class meet the uneducated people somewhere, where you take your knowledge and pass it down to those people who actually vote in very large numbers.
Okay.
The poor, they vote a lot, and the ones who get exploited, the ones who get the votes part.
Yeah.
Right, because they actually go through the process, get their voters' cards, they get everything. They vote.
Yeah.
The poor people vote more than the rich, so I think we should meet them somewhere. Oh wait, did I say we?
So now you see, everyone knows now that you're rich.
No,
Elite.
I mean, you're part of them.
no, I'm not one of them. Oh wait.
He is tripping up right now, so I'm going to save you and go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll be here still talking about why it is important for you guys at home to vote. See you in just a moment.
That was one of my favorite ads in this campaign. I'm not one of them.
Welcome back to The Spot. We're still here talking about why your vote counts. And is everybody, are we all together here?
Yes, we're talking about why we should vote.
I love it.
Great. Yes.
Are you voting, and why are you voting?
I'm voting because I think it's important, and this is the only country of which I'm a citizen, and I think that it is incredibly. I feel privileged to be able to vote, and so I'm going to, as long as I can.
Thank you very much, Lamide. Ebuka?
I'm not voting. And it hurts me so much because I've voted in every election in this country since I've been eligible to vote. And I take pride in it. But the Electoral Commission did not give me my card. They can't find my voter's card. And I have my temporary one, which I can't use unless they decide on that day that I'll be able to vote with it. Otherwise, I'm just going to be chilling at home, watching you guys on TV, sipping and stuff. Are you voting?
Yeah, I am. I have my PVC. Sorry.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm actually very jealous, but yeah.
I have a PVC.
It hurts me.
And I will use it. Like,
yeah.
Like, I will use it.
Yeah.
Vote real hard.
Because I pay tax, and I pay tax, and I pay tax every step of the way.
And you need to know who you're paying tax to.
Yeah, yeah. So, and then, and most importantly, we had to privately build a road to my house. Now, so imagine that. So I'm going to use that vote really wisely.
Okay.
Who are you voting?
Yes.
Are you trying to get him killed?
No, but why are we not there yet, though? I mean, you find people in the States who are proudly Democrats.
If we're not
proudly
at a
Republicans.
stage where...
I know.
Job,
I'm just saying.
things, yeah.
I hope we get there one day when it's just not a problem and nobody judges you so much for it. Here, you mentioned it, say, oh, they paid you.
But they judge people elsewhere. They judge people in the
judging
States.
is not based on they paid you. Here, it's like, they're giving you money.
Oh, right.
No, I would say
just
who I
chose.
voted after I do vote.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But not beforehand.
Zainab?
Sorry,
Yes.
we cut you.
I am. Simply because it's my first time being in Nigeria during the election season.
She's a voting virgin.
I'm a voting virgin.
I was so
and
proud when she registered. I was like, yeah.
I've always voted in the UK, and like I said, I've enjoyed the process, and I have a say, and I do believe that my vote counts whatever happens, and I want to be a part of some sort of change.
Alrighty.
So
That's great. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a very interesting time for the nation. This year is going to be, but we're hoping for the best.
So moving on to a quick clip.
Yeah, a quick clip. Yeah, we're going to check out a spotlight. No.
And on the spot.
On the spot.
Yes. This is where we put a celebrity on the spot with some tough questions. And we've got Solid Star.
This album launch, and I was still fresh then. I just came out, with the song One in a Million, featuring Two-Face, ETB, produced by OJB, and I was still kind of shy, so I was supposed to open the show. I was the opening act, so when I got on stage, I was so shy. I didn't even know what to do. I didn't know where to start from. The performance was just black, so I just I went out. So it was so embarrassing to me. And the last leg, I can't remember. I don't tell lies too much like that. The name of my childhood. I have a childhood crush. Let me just say Chioma. Her name is Maria. I should leave my record label to another one. My biggest regret was losing my late grandma. My biggest fear is to drop the standard of music I'm making right now. But they need to have the both of them. Because the last one, that means you don't feel it. So okay, I should just choose one. And I like food, good in the kitchen. To bring the dead back to life.
He lied.
About what?
Good in the kitchen. Nobody says good in the kitchen.
Don't judge everybody by your poultry
Good
standards.
in bed or good in the kitchen?
He's married.
Are we not, sorry, but are we not ever going to put him on the spot?
Men are supposed to have superpowers. Be James Bond, Obama, everything.
I say, what do you prefer in your partner having?
I don't have a
or being
partner.
good at?
What do you have?
You're married. Whatever.
Okay.
All right, social media roundup.
Sorry.
Can't be throwing shade in our house.
Ask the spot, right?
Is it Ask the Spot? Yes, it
Yeah.
is. This is where we've got, we take questions from people who've asked us stuff on social media.
Nice.
Yes.
and
So
ugly things.
we've got one from someone on Twitter called @FlipACoin. I like that name because her name is, or his name, I don't know, is Coin, FlipACoin. Anyway, since you can only upload a certain amount of episodes to YouTube, why not upload the ones which give you the most view? For example, the Mavens.
Sometimes we don't know the ones that are actually going to give us the most views.
Yeah, you can't
and
always
sometimes we just upload the ones that you guys vote for. So having watched them on TV, you say, oh, we really want so-and-so on, put it up. That's how we make it work.
Yeah.
And then again, I think we've mentioned before that we can't ever put too many episodes up on YouTube because we're not an online channel. So there are certain rules and regulations that we have to abide by. Flip a coin.
Thank you, Zainab.
That was so poised.
And concise.
Okay, so Sissy,
Be sharing
aka
kiss on TV. When you go to the
my
prison.
friend, calm down. Sissy, aka Tolu, asked, is there a reason the episodes with IK, OC, and Banky W are not on YouTube? By the way, you all are amazing. Okay, so for some of our viewers who are outside of West Africa and the countries that we used to broadcast in before, those were episodes that were done in our first year, and we hadn't actually put up any episodes that we shot that first year, sort of. Yeah. So I'm not really sure if we'll be able to put some of those up for you, but you know what? We'll see what we can do.
I love how this feels like we're being told off and then we're now defending
Ourselves. Right?
ourselves. Yeah.
Well, that's usually what happens.
I know, but we're doing it in a different way.
In a nice way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they
Finally,
all about YouTube, these questions?
No.
Okay.
Finally, Ronti on Facebook asked, you're so cheeky.
Just-
Gosh, I love your theme song and the ELTV song as well. Who came up with them, and can we download them somewhere?
I remember the battle of the theme songs when it was being made and we were going back and forth with what we liked. Oh, can you add a little bit of was
drum
it
bass.
Beyonce's
Yeah.
let you go.
Yeah.
Like we had to send off references to a composer and
Yeah.
we're like, no, we don't like that.
Yeah.
I remember I didn't really like it at first.
Yeah, we actually,
It's
I don't
caught
think
on now,
none
yeah.
of us
Yeah,
liked
we didn't like
the
it.
sport theme tune at first, but we've grown to love it. We have a
have to go
composer
now.
for our shows
Okay.
called Truth, but not for the ELTV song. ELTV song I think was done by someone else.
Yeah.
But it's not currently available to be downloaded. But again,
See
we'll
what
ask
we
the
can do.
high ups and see what we can do.
You have to sell it. It has to be full. It can't be free.
Sell it.
We're taking another break now. When we come back, we'll be rounding up everything we've been talking about here today on the show. So please stick around for that. We'll see you in a moment. All right, guys, welcome back to the spot. We're about to round up our discussion for the day, actually the episode, pretty much, and it's time for Zainab to share her pet peeve with us. Zainab.
Yes. My pet peeve, based on the topic, I really hate it when people feel as though they don't have a choice, especially when it comes to voting. you may feel like we don't have candidates that are worthy of, you know, your backing, but I'm a strong believer of just adding to the goodness that's going to come. So I really don't like it when I meet somebody and they're like, no, voting is stupid, there's no point, like, just, why are you a part of this? Why are you spreading the word that people should get involved? Why are you interviewing candidates or certain candidates? I got so much bashing after being on a panel with, courtesy of EbonyLifeTV, with one of the candidates, and I'd never done that before. I've never been that close to somebody running for some sort of position. So it was nice to be able to ask questions, and all of a sudden the world felt like I was supporting him, or we were being paid to do it, or Zainab, you should fear God, you know, you shouldn't be proposing or standing and taking a picture with this man, blah, blah. And I was just like, dude, guys,
it's work.
It's work, and it's not that serious.
Yeah.
So, it's a bit of a turn off for me.
You are in that space on Twitter, so you find out that people get to bash you a lot once you, whether you support someone or not, once you have an opinion on a candidate, there's this like attack, and it's just like mass, and people are like, I just said something, I didn't say you should vote for him, or I was voting for him. You know,
and if you use any of the keywords, people, and you know, these are actual words. They're words that people use in life. So if I say a word, it doesn't mean I'm this or I'm that. I can actually use that word because I want to use it, and it exists in the English language before they decided to use it as their logo or their tagline. You know, I don't know. But anyway,
I think it's people have pent up frustrations, and they get to take those out on people they can see or tweet at.
Can you create an app for people to dump their frustration in?
Ooh.
Can you bring me in that process too?
That would be a good one, and we could call it.
We'll take
this offline. We'll take this off camera, because I'm not trying to get you. Let me try and create my little lane in the tech world too. Why not? Why not?
We can think about that.
We can think about that.
Yeah, we're here, 10%.
What? Who are you?
Do you have a pet peeve?
It's a thing.
Something that just really gets on your nerves?
Yeah, it doesn't have to do with.
No, but I do have this girl who really loves you.
Oh.
And she would kiss you like totally.
Oh wow.
Afro 7.
Who's someone that you work with?
Afro 7. Yeah.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
What's her name?
She's going to. You know, she's gonna diss you if she sees that you did this.
I think I did a good thing, bringing her greeting all the way to
Where is she?
Royal Highness.
She's in the UK.
London.
She lives in the UK.
She's in the UK. Hello, Afro 7.
Oh, you just made her life.
A UK peeps.
That's so funny.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
So.
Awesome. That's funny.
I did good.
That's funny. Okay. One question real quick. If you weren't doing what you do now, what would you be doing? Because I mean, it's obvious that you are very passionate about what you do. But you also do photography, I know, and you know, so you do lots of different things. Well, what would you do if you weren't like, hello, I'm the CEO of Anaco?
We have this model at Anaco. We say, pretend you're a genius and then act like one.
Pretend you're a genius and then act like one.
Yeah, it's a model. And I don't know, I could have been a lot of things. But I think I would have wanted to be an adventure photographer. That's the thing I would have really, really, really loved to be. I'm gonna learn to fly a plane hopefully next summer. Cool. When I don't have to watch my kids every minute. Yeah.
Oh wow, flying a plane.
Yeah. Nice. Not the big ones.
Yeah, the little the two. What do they call them? Those little tiny, the one engine or something like that.
Oh yeah. But then oh no, don't worry about it.
Okay. All right. Well, we've learned a lot. Thank you very much for hanging out with us today.
It was a very good one, actually.
It was a very good one.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming. It was cool having a chat with you, and hopefully you'll come back. You guys, thank you so much for staying with us, and we will see you next time. And remember, as we've said, you should vote, so please do. And while you're doing it, please stay safe. Peace out.
Bye. Time for Toby. Bye,
bye, everyone. Can you please sign our wall of fame?
I'm not famous.
Yes, you are. You're on here. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He makes me famous.
Yes. We've got, chalk is in the blue receptacle.
Oh, okay.
Are you laughing at me?
What?
I'm gonna beat you on TV.
Don't
I'm
be
gonna beat
violent.
you on TV.
Don't be violent.
You're hitting the man on
This
TV.
is
This is African
practically
woman.
my
Yeah,
life right now.
See your eye.
That's how you will find husband. You're beating men on TV.
When they beat you, finish.
What?
Let
You know, you said I have body odor on TV.
Me?
Yes.
When did I say that?
How will you remember?
Although you are kind today. I'm just kidding. Team Anako. Nice. Come, let's take a selfie.
Where did you write? Oh, there we go.
Team Anako.
Look at your teeth.
Did you get lots of interns? Did you get lots of good people?
Yeah, we did. We actually had planned to hire 15. We only got to hire 5 because economy.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Zainab, why do you look like you're about to poop?